Hi, welcome to the video for Wednesday, February 3rd, asynchronous work instructions video. So this Wednesday, February 3rd, and next Wednesday, February 10th, you all will be working asynchronously. And the purpose of that is for teachers to have time to sort of set up their classrooms for hybrid instruction. So there will be things that will be assigned to you depending on the teacher. And you're going to work on those things on your own. So for February 3rd, your asynchronous work can be found in the Unit 1 folder, Week 1, and Wednesday. So if you click on that, the first item there is the components and properties of atoms pretest. So this is an ungraded pretest because in this unit we're going to learn about atoms, what they're made of, so their components, and how those components are arranged. And then also the properties that can be of atoms that we can predict from the components of the atoms. So a lot of this stuff is sort of review for many students. You've probably seen some of this stuff before. And so that's the purpose of this pretest, to sort of see where we're starting. So you're going to click on that. There are two questions. You're going to do your best to answer them. Again, it's ungraded, but you'll be able to see your results at the end. So first you start there. The second thing that you're going to do is then you're going to open the Unit 1, Day 1 and 2 document. Now this document we're going to work on Wednesday and on Thursday, so you don't have to worry about submitting it at the end of Wednesday, but you do need to make sure you complete parts 1 and 2. So when you open the document, you'll see that the objectives are there. You want to take some time to read that. Part 1 tells you to take the pretest in Schoology. And so that's what I just showed you. And then part 2 is build an atom exploration. So to do this exploration, you're going to first open this PhET link. And you want to click on the first item, which is an atom. And you may have seen or used this before, because it's a very sort of common tool that teachers use to remind students about atoms. So what you're going to do is you're going to build an atom with 3 protons, 4 neutrons, and 3 electrons. After you build your atom, you're going to take a screenshot of it and paste it in this box below. So when I say build an atom, going back to the PhET link, you will see that there are buckets that contain protons, neutrons, electrons. On the side, you have this option for element. If it's not selected, you want to click that green plus for it to be selected. You also want to click the green plus for the net charge to select that, and also for the mass number. So your setup should look like this. All right, and you'll notice that this atom has these sort of blue dashed lines and then an X in the middle. So where do you think the protons go? Do you think they go on the blue dashed lines? Nope. If it doesn't go there, it'll automatically move it into the right location. So you don't really have to worry about putting it in the right location. It'll do it for you. So in our lab, we needed 3 protons, 4 neutrons, and 3 electrons. So you would grab 3 protons, add them, 4 neutrons, add them, and 3 electrons. And then take a look at what type of element, net charge, and mass number that you have here. Just sort of explore that. Okay, so once you have the right number of protons, neutrons, and electrons, clearly I do not, you're going to take a screenshot and then again, as I said, paste it here. All right, then it tells you, it asks you questions like which element is it? So you would get that information from the upper left corner. Once you build the right atom, it asks you about the mass of the atom, which components contributed to the mass. Is it protons, neutrons, and or electrons? You would type your answer there. You will highlight the correct mass of the atom. Question 2 says which parts go in the center of the atom? So the center would be where the X is or was. You can clearly see the protons are in the center, but what else goes in the center? Is it just protons, or do neutrons and or electrons go there? So you would answer that question. Okay, now you're going on to the real part of the exploration, which is where you are going to explore how the parts of an atom, the protons, neutrons, electrons, how changing those will change properties like the element, net charge, and mass number. Now remember, the element, net charge, and mass number are listed here. So for example, in what I've created so far, I have the element is hydrogen, H for hydrogen. And the net charge is +1, okay? And the mass number is 1 as well. So what you want to do for each of these properties like the first one is talking about changing the identity of the element. Once you have your atom with the 3 protons, 4 neutrons, and 3 electrons, well, go ahead and add an additional proton and see what happens. Does that change the identity of the element? So does the element identity change? So you would look at the first yellow box there. Okay, if it does, you can highlight it as yes, where it says add a proton, yes, it changes it. If it doesn't, you would highlight no. Then you could reset it if you want back to the 3, so take the protons out, because you can always put things back if you want. You see I just did that there. Then you can add a neutron to the 3 protons, 4 neutrons, and 3 electrons. So you would have an atom with 3 protons, 5 neutrons, and 3 electrons. And then does that change the element identity? Highlight yes or no. Same thing with the electron. Highlight yes or no. Same thing you'll do with the mass. You want to see does adding a proton, neutron, and or electron change the mass, and then finally with the net charge. And once again, you would use the information here to see if the values change. Okay. All right. Last thing. So that's it for this document. What you're going to do after you have finished. Let me go over here. After you finish that, you see where it says stop. So you're going to stop there for now for your asynchronous work. On Thursday, we're going to continue this after we do a brief lesson. We'll continue this together as a class, so you don't have to worry about this part until Thursday. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message in Schoology. I hope you guys are enjoying your snow day. Have a quality day.